Hello! So today I wanted to do the confidential book tag. I saw this on Just Raimi's video, link below. I wasn't tagged by anyone, I'm not going to tag anyone, but I wanted to do the tag anyway. Such is life. Anyway, question 1, what is the oldest book on your bookshelf? For me, that is the illustrated Sherlock Holmes Treasury, including the complete adventures and memoirs of Sherlock Holmes, the return of Sherlock Holmes, and the Hound of the Baskervilles. This is my parents. I stole it off their bookshelf when I was about 15 and I haven't given it back yet. I mention it not because the story is old, but because this edition came out in 1976. I don't normally keep a dust cover on books, but I do with this one because it's so old and tatty. Question 2, what is your latest book purchase? I've been buying things almost exclusively as ebooks for a while now, but the last actual hard copy of a book I bought was Why the Last Man Volume 2 by Brian K. Vaughan and Jose Marzen Jr., Pia Guerra and Goran Parlov. I hope I pronounced those right. Question 3, what is the most expensive book on your bookshelf? The most expensive book I got on my bookshelf was Chemistry for the Biosciences. It was £24. I know I had more expensive textbooks, but I have gotten rid of them over the years. This is the only one that remains. I really need to read it again, because it's actually... I'm teaching some of this stuff, and I don't know it. And I should. Question 4, what is the most inexpensive book on your bookshelf? I'm going to cheat slightly here because it's a single issue comic. It's Batman Detective Comics New 52, issue 1, which I got for like 50p because I bought it off a friend. It's not technically a book, but I'm going to treat it like a book, so shoot me. I'm trying something out, bear with me. Question 5, what is a book you have wasted money on? I think we both know it, Scientia by various authors. I've talked about it in another video. It's too dense to read. Like, if it's the one thing that survives an apocalypse, that's fine, but in other cases it is not a particularly good book. I'm not going to do that two-person thing again because that was weird, I'm sorry. Number 6, what is the prettiest book on your bookshelf? It's got to be my copy of Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. How pretty is that? That's lovely, isn't it? Look, it's the Shire, the Fellowship are right there, although they wouldn't be next to the Shire because they never went there, so I question whether the artist actually read the book. But if you forget that point and just think, oh, how pretty. Question 7, what is the ugliest book on your bookshelf? I'm really sorry to do this to you again, but it's also the illustrated Sherlock Holmes Treasury, including the complete adventures and memoirs of Sherlock Holmes, the return of Sherlock Holmes, and the Hound of the Baskervilles. Like, the inside is great, it really is, but look at the tattiness of that. Oh, it smells so good though. If anyone wants me, I'll be in my room, sniffing my book. Not a euphemism. Like a drug. Question 8. What is the shortest book on your bookshelf? Philip Pullman's Clockwork, or All Wound Up. It rains in at 92 pages! I should have a shorter book around here somewhere. I'm definitely sure I have Fantastic Mr. Fox, but I can't find it. Question 9. What is the longest book on your bookshelf? So I thought I had this clinched. It's obviously going to be a Harry Potter, it's obviously going to be The Order of the Phoenix, because it's a huge book. Everyone knows that. Case closed, you might say. Until I started looking for a textbook, and I looked in my creative books that I don't put on my bookshelf books, and I found the complete works of Oscar Wilde. Raining in at 1,240 pages. 1,240 pages! And there's an appendix. Super dense. And usually for me, I haven't even turned the corners of the pages in this book. It looks fab. Oh no, I did. The weight of the book ironed out the crease. Amazing. Question 10. What are you currently reading? Naked Heat by Richard Castle. If you don't know why I've done this around Richard Castle, then you need to look that up. Question 11. What are you hoping to read next? I have absolutely no idea. I've got a few books that I want to read for the anti-bullying readathon, but apart from that I don't actually have anything in mind. I was going to try and read something in Welsh, but that requires quite a lot of dedication considering I don't actually speak Welsh. And, you know, if you've got to translate stuff, you can't really read it like in bed because you need a dictionary and a phrase book. If you have any suggestions, I think I want to read something contemporary, maybe something John Greenish. I might reread some John Green. There's a thought. Sorry, I've had loads of coffee today. No, I haven't. I've had one coffee. I normally have about 2 coffees by this time. I've only had 1, and you would have thought I'd be more sluggish, but I think my body's compensating. Question 12. What underhyped book do you love? I'm going to cheat here slightly by going for a series of books instead of one book. It's the Aberystwyth series by Malcolm Price. These are some, like, detective noir homage/spoof books. I'm not expecting them to be widely read, that's fine. Except, I went to university in Aberystwyth, and they sold these there, and they came out there, and none of the people I was at university with read them except for, I think, one person. Like, the name of the university is in the title. Why would you not pick this up and buy it? Or at least go to a library or ask me if you can read my copy. No one else did, so definitely underhyped. There should have been a palaver. Ah, so nice. Question 13. What overhyped book do you love? There can be only one! Hunger Games, obviously. It's so hyped. Books of the decade, am I right? I saw The Hunger Games not in the cinema, I saw it on DVD, and I'd been like, nah, you know, this is a teen flick. Wow, was I blown away. So I had to read all the books in one weekend, and I pissed off my wife because I didn't talk to her for hours. Like, so overhyped, but totally worth it, because they were just really fresh when they came out, and now there's loads of things which are bandwagoning on it, and I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily, but I think this definitely started a trend, and everyone was talking about it, and oh, so good, so good. And now the most difficult question of them all, number 14, what are your current top 3 favourite books? So hard to answer. Like, that will change as I read books, because I'll forget about a book and I'll reread something, and then that'll go into my top 3 again. The most permanent book in my top 3 is The Hobbit. It's amazing, it's so good. Oh, that also smells really nice. Favourite book ever. So great. Number 2 on the list, The Long Halloween by Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb. Like, the story is so good, I read it in like one afternoon. Like, the art is fantastic, really heavy blacks, and even though I don't like the look of Batman in it, just the general look of the book, like muted colours, like why can't I draw like this? That's the question. And the last book on my top 3 at the moment is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I think it's definitely my favourite book of this year. I think that's my top 3 at the moment. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I tag everybody. If you like, then subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment, why not, and thanks for watching.